then got a phone call from Tyler himself.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let's rewind. Wait, hold on. Let's rewind that because I don't think I heard that. Wait, you go what?
Bro, Tyler Perry called my phone. So I see
called
this
your
number
phone.
saying Atlanta, and I was like, what? I thought so. It's obviously got to be to do with someone from there.
Yeah.
So I answered it, and I just heard this deep voice like, hey. And I was like, the hell? And he was like, yo, it's Tyler. And I was like, another moment. I kind of put the phone down.
You still there, Sean? Sean, you still there?
Hello, Sean.
How's it going, my bro? You all right? He's like, yeah, I'm just calling you to say like we're going ahead with everything.
Wow.
I want to be the person that gives you and your brother your first proper break in America. And again, I was just on the phone, just stunned. I'm thinking, you're someone I've looked up to and with your story and whatnot. So then, gone through the whole procedure, sent the lawyers everything they needed. Because of Corona, we couldn't get the meeting at the embassy in time. So they had to deny my visa. And till this day, I didn't realize how much it affected me. And I kind of just played it off as, everything happens for a reason, left it, but I didn't realize it broke me. And then 4 months later, Atlanta calls me. I said, what? So I've answered it. It's Tyler Perry again. He turns around to me and says, I want to offer you the role in Medea, his new film that was on Netflix. Yep, I come in as an English student. So I said to him, you don't have to do that. Like, you already did it the first time. Like, I appreciate what you've done for me. I'm gonna get my visa. And he went, no, I'll get it for you. Ended up being a whole madness with teams and da-da-da. They had to pull my application because they didn't get everything through in time. So, didn't get it again. Within 4 months, I missed out on 2 jobs over there. Squeeze through.
Man like.
Hey,
I don't know where to start.
What, like Top Boy?
What, like
Something
our girl?
Top Boy.
What, like
The
sticks and
original.
stones?
Hey,
What, like ill
we say?
manner?
Hey, what we say? Ill man? You say the gentleman?
Oh, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
Oh my God.
Hey.
What are we saying? Like just a couple.
Ooh. I swear you was in that one. I swear you was in that one.
Was
Hey, come on.
I featured
You
a young
featured in that one as well, yeah?
feature.
What else? Fate.
Hey,
You remember that
listen.
too? Oh.
We're gonna give a round of applause to our brother.
Come on,
Man
man.
like Sean Sagar.
Come on, my G, man. Welcome.
Love, I appreciate it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
man. How does that make you feel hearing what you have done? Do you even remember half of the things, man?
What was your first thing?
First thing was Ill Manners was my
Mad
first
thing.
ever
That's where I
job.
first seen you, bro.
Yeah, never acted in my life. Got called in for an audition, me and my older brother, Nick, and ended up booking the part.
Come on.
And then, yeah, bro, it just all kind of started from there. And I was like, is man an actor now? Like, what am I? Are they gonna, like,
Well, where you from again? What end's he from?
Forest Gate, East London. Yeah, bro.
East
Forest
London,
Gate.
babe.
So from Ill Manners to the Gentleman, man. So what's it like working with a man like Guy? How did that even come about, the role?
So, the first time I went for the audition, and I basically read for Bugsy Malone's part.
Oh.
So we did this audition in this little box room. There was a casting director in front saying the lines. I did it and she went, yeah, thank you. And I went, no feedback, no nothing.
Like that, yeah. Them auditions
Alright,
there,
cool, still
bro.
there. So left, and then 6 weeks later, I got the phone call. And I remember I was at Wing Shack in Loughton, and I was just having a little munch with a couple of my lot. And I got the phone call from my agent. So I stepped outside and they're like, Sean, are you busy right now? I was like, no. And whenever they do a joint conference call, so they have my American team and the English team.
Okay, in the same
so
call.
they did a joint one, and I thought, oh, raw, what have I done something wrong? Because I hadn't, because I thought, what's going on? I thought I did something wrong. But because I hadn't auditioned in a while, I thought, I don't know why they're calling me. So I thought maybe they're dropping me. So whatever. Then they turned around to me and was like, oh, just to let you know, Guy Ritchie wants to offer you the part. And I said, what? They said he wants to offer you the part. And I was like, what, do they want to recall me? And they were like, no, they want to offer you the part. And I was like,
wait, through that one audition?
One audition.
One audition, bro. So
Thank you, that's it.
literally that. So then I turned around and my agent was like, I froze on the phone because then they started reeling off who was going to be in it.
Wow,
Like people like Matthew McConaughey,
Yes.
Hugh Grant. And I was like, so I froze and all I remember my agent saying is, Sean, are you there? Sean, are you there? I was like, yeah, I'm here. And bro, it was the most surreal feeling. I grew up watching Guy Ritchie films, Snatch, Lock, Stock. And yeah, bro, it didn't sink in until I got on set.
Yeah.
And it was like a moment I had to just pinch myself and just kind of pat myself on the back to be like,
So
yo.
wait, because obviously sometimes when you go on set, innit, yeah, you're working with legends, innit, yeah. And almost, I don't know about you, but I almost have the syndrome, what they call imposter syndrome, when it's almost like I'm waiting for the industry to clock that I'm all right, almost. You know what I mean? Because naturally, I feel like a lot of actors, we don't really believe in ourselves. Do you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like acting in front of these legends, like how was that experience almost like?
Bro, I thought they were going to drop me. I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
Like
So
that,
he then held something called a black box read-through.
Okay.
Which is basically the high writer space like this. He puts a black curtain around. He puts 2 A and B cameras, like your normal shooting cameras, but runs the script from start to finish like a play, but on camera. So we was outside and one of the cast members that ended up not being in it turned around and was like, I heard this is like another audition. All of us lot were like, huh? That's what they said, we booked it. So all of us now, our nerves have kicked in because he's just sat in the corner with his fan like this. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, what's going on?
Big up Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, bro.
Big up Guy Ritchie.
When I mean an absolute legend though, like a beautiful soul, beautiful human. And I remember walking in and I'm stood there waiting for our cue and all I remember was sitting down, I just heard something, I was like, I was like, what the hell is that? I've looked down and Matthew McConaughey's just sat here. And I was like, huh? I didn't know what to say to him, so I literally just went, you all right? Yeah. And he went, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. Went on, did our thing, and then we found out we all basically still were in the film.
Yeah. Apart from the other guy.
Yeah, apart from, we won't say the actor that didn't make the cut. But,
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
we won't
moving
snitch. But, yeah, no snitching, no snitching.
All right, let's
But yeah, it was.
Leave the last name.
But it was like, it was just a moment where he also made us feel comfortable with how we worked, especially of his caliber. Do you know what I mean? With the greats he's worked with, from Robert Downey Jr. to Will Smith, to make us feel comfortable on such a big set it was at ease. Because like what you said about the imposter syndrome, when I got on set, I was like, when are they gonna clock I'm not an actor? Like I never trained, I never did anything, and I'm standing against people that are top. You can't get any higher.
Creme de la creme.
And I was just like, I ain't good enough. Do you know what I mean? Every time I did a scene, I was like, oh, that was whack. Or go home and beat myself up.
Yeah.
And it taught me a lot to just be like, yo, chill, you're good enough to be here.
That's the one, you're good enough,
But
bro.
it's
And that
like-
is the secret, innit?
Yeah, but it's also, it is the secret, but it's so hard to believe that secret.
Yeah,
It's so hard to take that
believe that
into your
on
next
source.
job. But I feel like everyone on it just made us feel comfortable enough where we were like, cool, we're here.
Would you
Just
say you
vibes.
picked up of it? Like, picked,
Yeah, what did you
'cause-
pick up, if anything?
Yeah,
Of
as an
anyone?
actor, like we naturally.
Working under pressure and
Yeah.
also working under such, me having to do well, the pressure of that, it was like, he would come on set, Guy Ritchie, and be like, so there was no such thing as a script.
Okay.
No such thing.
Oh,
Our
really?
character names, so we basically all had a character name. My character name originally was Mao. He turned up on set and was like, all right, scrappy character names, what do you want to call yourself? I went, no way. So we're sat in the back of this van, everyone's looking at each other like, yeah, he's got to be joking. no, all right, I'm going to give you like 5 minutes, I'm coming back, tell me a character name.
Yeah.
Yo.
So he's left.
Freedom.
For 4 minutes, all of us sat there staring at each other.
Yeah.
Just like this guy. I don't know what to call myself. So I ended up coming up with the name Ghost, because I just thought of power. And then he must have walked in and said, what's your name? I said, Ghost. And he went, all right, what's your slogan? I said, what slogan? I said, what do you mean slogan? I said, wait a minute. So then I turned around to him and was like, you'll never see me coming. He went, I love it. So how I want you to do it is you go, you never see me coming to the camera. And I was like, I said, nah. So now I'm sweating because he's now filming it, but he's watching all of us do it.
Yeah.
And after every take, he just went, and then that was it. That was his thing. And the great thing about him, it taught me that no feedback is good feedback. He's got so much going on, and us as actors, we always look for that recognition of going, smash that scene.
Yeah.
That reassurance,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so used to being on set where directors would come up there, great,
That was- yeah.
and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Whereas he said nothing.
Yeah.
But what I clocked is he would say nothing to you, but walk over to someone else and give them a note
Yeah.
and walk off. And I said to the first AD on it, Max, who was incredible,
Yeah.
I said, why don't you give you notes? He said, no notes is good notes. Leave it at that. Yeah, bro, it's a real moment. It's a real moment in my career so
Sick,
far.
bro.
Yeah, crazy.
So what? When did you first like land in LA? Because You've done quite a few things in the UK. When was the moment in your head when you was like, you know what, let me try it at the US? Or was it like a conversation with you and your agent? Or
Yeah, I think it was, there was a situation that happened basically where my brother lives there. He's lived there for 13 years, and he turned around to me and was like, you've done your thing now. Come over here and try it. So yeah, headed over to LA, met up with all management, and my brother was in a show called Have and Have Nots at the time.
Yeah, so I see him in
Tyler
it, bro.
Perry.
Sick, yeah.
And, so I went over there.
Tyler Perry, you know.
Yeah, shot my shot and was like, all right, cool. I established you need your visa.
Yeah.
You cannot do it without your visa.
100%.
I remember I went for one audition, I can't even remember what it was for, and the casting director woman ran out and was like, have you got your visa? And I went, no. And she went, oh, and just walked off. And I went, I need to get this.
Yeah.
So, I don't even care, I'm gonna tell the story. During Corona, the first lockdown, I got a phone call from my American manager saying, Tyler Perry wants to offer you a role in Sisters, the lead.
Oh, Sisters.
Yeah, in Sisters, playing the lead. I come in as an Englishman, an English business guy who's also has an office in London from where their office is. Told me the contract, said they're paying for the visa, doing everything.
Yeah, studios booked the
Everything's done.
They're the ones.
Everything's done.
Yeah.
Didn't have to audition, nothing. I then got a phone call from Tyler himself.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let's wait, hold on. Let's rewind that, because I don't think I heard that. Wait, you go what?
Bro, Tyler
has
Perry
your
called
number,
my phone. So
Tyler Perry
I see
called
this
your
number
phone.
saying Atlanta, and I was like, what? I thought so. It's obviously got to be to do with someone from there.
Yeah.
So I answered it, and I just heard this deep voice like, hey. And I was like, the hell? And he's like, yo, it's Tyler. And I was like, another moment. I kind of put the phone down.
You still there, Sean? Sean, you still there?
Hello, Sean.
How's it going, my bro? You all right? He's like, yeah, I'm just calling you to say like we're going ahead with everything.
Wow.
I want to be the person that gives you and your brother your first proper break in America. And it again, I was just on the phone, just stunned. I'm thinking, you're someone I've looked up to and with your story and whatnot. So then, gone through the whole procedure, sent the lawyers everything they needed. Because of Corona, we couldn't get the meeting at the embassy in time. So they had to deny my visa. And till this day, I didn't realize how much it affected me. And I kind of just played it off as, you know, everything happens for a reason, rare. Left it, but I didn't realize it broke me. And then 4 months later, Atlanta calls me. I said, what? So I've answered it. It's Tyler Perry again. He turns around to me and says, I want to offer you the role in Medea, his new film that was on Netflix. Yep, I come in as an English student. So I said to him, you don't have to do that. Like, you already did it the first time. Like, I appreciate what you've done for me. I'm gonna get my visa. And he went, no, I'll get it for you. Ended up being a whole madness with teams and da-da-da. They had to pull my application because they didn't get everything through in time. So, didn't get it again. Within 4 months, I missed out on 2 jobs over there. And it was that moment, like what we said, where it's like, I questioned everything. I thought, you know what, do I want to do this? I won't lie, it broke me. I cried. When it happened, I shed a tear because it's like, for us, do you know what I mean? This is a dream. I didn't have to audition. I just got the phone call, so I thought, I'm nice. This is me. LA, here I come, we're ready. And it kind of just brought me back down to earth in the sense of being like, it's possible, it's there, but right now, keep your head here and just keep working at it. And it was a thing now where I'm like, I'm ready for the States, but I'm not rushing. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So it's like,
you're doing the work. They're
bro.
noticing the work. You get what I'm saying? And the phone's ringing. It's not, the phone's ringing. They want you, bro. So that time's gonna come, and that's what we gotta understand. Like, that time is coming. Regardless if it's this year, next year, it's there for you.
And that's what I learned now. It's like, it's a marathon, it ain't a sprint. And that's been my career since I was 20 years old. Like, I didn't want to act, it happened, and I've just chipped away at it slowly to get where I am now. And it's like, the message I just want to send out when I do reach the level I want to reach is the kids from the background I was, or it's from individuals that didn't have an opportunity to say, yo, anything is possible.
Yeah, man.
If you put your mind to it, especially with the platforms we have now, it's like, all you got to do is create something. And it's so easy to do it. And how many people have we seen blow through social media?
I'm chasing that.
I'm chasing that. Because again, even in terms of what you man doing is, you created something that's now going to create a platform. And it's like, these are the things that I want to spread out. Not to do with fame, to do with jewelry, to do with this. No, I'm trying to send my message to kids that grew up how I grew up, in the area I grew up that had nothing, to say, yo, like, there's a lot more out there. And it's also just to show like anything's possible. It doesn't matter if it doesn't happen today, it will happen. Manifest it and it will happen.
Consistency,
you know what I mean?
manifest
And hard work,
keep
bro.
pushing that work. Keep
And
pushing
hard
that
work.
man.
Facts.
Keep pushing that work.
On that one, I'm gonna have to spark
pushing
this
that
cigar
work.
because
No, light it up, bro. Light it up. What's oh, you got something for him, Mike?
Growing up with your brother, because obviously, like, him, the fact that you're both actors, I don't know, in the African household, hey, growing up as an African guy saying, I want to be an actor, how was it like growing up with both of you going down the same route? Like, what was that like? Did you guys help with each other with auditions? What was it like seeing your brother, like, make it? Was you like, I'm going to give, like, what was that journey like for you, bro?
Yeah. So, me and Nick were in competition when we was younger with football. It was always, who's the better football player?
Come on, as brothers do.
Yeah, he then went off, stopped playing football, and he started street dancing, break dancing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should dance,
So
bro.
he was a break dancer.
That's a backflip, man.
And then there was he does nut stuff. I'm like, I can't be doing that. My bones don't work that way. But he then ended up going to a competition called iPop in LA, which was basically like the X Factor version for actors. He went over there and won it. And then after Ill Manners came out, which was the first film we ever did together, both of our first roles.
That was
and
so
then each
mad.
Yeah, surreal, bro. That's something we'll touch on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so we did that. And then I remember there was this one time we argued, and my brother turned around to me and went, "Why don't you choose your own career?" And it hurt, because I was like, you're my older brother who I look up to. Do you know what I mean? Like, I grew up looking up to you from school days, which a few people might know in here.
Yeah.
I knew that my brother was there.
Yeah.
So it's like I would carry myself a certain way knowing I got big bro. So to me, he's always been an inspiration to me, both my older brothers. And it was like, us then becoming actors, blessingly is that my parents allowed us to do that. They were like, look, go chase your dream. As long as you lot know this is what you want, it's a hard industry to get into, but I believe in you lot, so go for it. And I think that kind of took the pressure off the household itself and us two arguing, because it was like we had the freedom to just try. Yeah. To this day, me and Nick have never done a self-tape together.
Really?
12 years of being in the game, I've never done a self-tape. The only time I asked him for help was when I went up for an audition for Star Wars. Yeah. And it was an American accent.
Right.
And I was like, I'm so nervous to ask him, because it's like, it's just this.
Why
it's this,
though?
I can't explain it, because it's like, I watch him and I'm like, yeah, you killed it.
Yeah.
And every time and it's weird, because every time we book a job, we're the first ones.
Congratulate each
Obviously,
other.
we call each other and we're like, yo, I booked it. And he's like, yeah, sick, keep shining, did it. And when he calls me, it's the same thing. But in terms of, I think it's just the process of like, that's your life, this is mine.
know what you mean, yeah.
I'm gonna do mine, you do you, but we celebrate together.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most amicable, most beautiful way that me and my brother work.
Yeah.
And it's like, every time I see him in something, there's like this little thing in my heart because of how I know he was and what he went through and the stuff he was doing to change his life to where he is now. There's just this moment where I'm like, yeah, that's my brother. Do you know what I mean? And it's like every time I see man them post him or this, or even if I pop
That's
up,
my
I'm like,
bro.
yeah, I'm like, that's close, keep shining. But yeah, in terms of us being in the household, that was the only time we argued. And when I turned around to him and went, bro, that hurt me. Yeah. I could see it hurt him that he said it. And I think after that, it was like, I'd always make a joke and be like, oh, so what? You want me to choose a different career? And he's like, oh, bruv, don't say that. Shut up. I was angry.
I was younger, man.
And I can't remember why we argued, but he just came out of it passionate. And I was like, I was like, you want me to stop? And I said, well, I ain't stopping. So you got me into this career, so now I'm going to chase it. Yeah, but yeah, man, we push each other.
But that's sick that even your parents support the whole thing, bro.
Yeah,
I think.
man. Yeah, it was beautiful, and especially coming from a Caribbean background and a West Indian
What
background.
is your heritage? And I was going to ask you, how was that with your heritage? Because I can imagine what kind of castings you get.
Bro, I think I've possibly called everything in this world. Every country I've been to, they think I'm from there.
Because what is this, Caribbean and South American, right?
Yeah, so I'm half Jamaican, half South American, Guyanese.
Yeah.
So, but my dad's from the Indian side of Guyana. So I'm West Indian. So it's like, that's where I have the coolie look or the Indian look more than my siblings do. But half Jamaican and half South.
And how was that like? So going into castings and stuff like that, did they like?
My agent loves it.
I bet, because it's like, I can just try for anything.
I've played Asian, mixed race.
So did you find yourself having to like, because obviously accent-wise, culture-wise, did you find yourself having to like, all right, I have to learn so many different kind of like spectrums of different accents?
Yeah, because they tried to get me to learn Middle Eastern. And I was like, because they were putting up for Middle East and stuff, and I was like, yo, this dialogue is mental. I was like, yo, I was like, okay, I'm not even gonna try it because I never want to embarrass or make it look like. So I thought, I'll give it a go. I walked into this one audition, and just halfway through me talking, I went, this ain't for me. The casting director looked at me and went, yeah, I respect your decision. I went, I called my agent, I said, yeah, Middle Eastern, let's drop that one out. Let's take the spotlight. For now, let's get that off spotlight. But yeah, so it's like but I think it was a job I did called Argyle. It was an army.
How was Argyle? Because that come out for bare seasons, bro. Like, how was that experience, man?
So I was on that for 3.5 years. Bro. We did 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And,
was that after Just a Couple? Is that soon after?
It was in between.
Oh, was it?
In between, yeah. So when I come back from Argyle, we then did Just a Couple.
Yeah, squeeze
and then, and then I went off again
to do the yes.
Argyle was the job that made my career.
Really?
By
Who was that with? ITV?
That was BBC.
BBC.
But I think it was because of the demographic it was reaching out to.
Yeah, everyone.
And it was also, my character was based on like a Cockney East Londoner. It wasn't hood, it wasn't this.
Right.
So it was like, I
love those auditions, bruv. Do you find it's easier to like learn those lines when you have to? Because it just sounds like your language.
I will tell you the craziest story with this audition.
Okay, go on.
Boom, I'm laying in bed, I get a phone call from my agent going, look, I got this workshop for you for this new BBC, it's the 2nd season, they're bringing it back. And I said, workshop? This was just after like, I can't remember what show, I think it might have been Casualty come out, and I thought I was that guy. I thought,
you know, you book a Casualty
man heard the Casualty music and said, I've made it, I'm nice. My phone's gonna be ringing now. Did not ring.
Not how it happens.
It did not ring. And then I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time, this was years ago. And I said to my agent, I'm not going to a workshop. I think we're past that stage. If they want to see me, then I'm not going to that. Because how I looked at a workshop is it's like I'm not a performing monkey. I'm not going to come and you stick numbers on me and just go,
and then you're now giving bad gems and then you see it in the show and they didn't even bring you in.
Didn't even bring nothing. So then next thing I hung up the phone, said I weren't going. And my ex-girlfriend turned around to me and went, why aren't you going to go? And I went, because I'm not doing that. And she went, well, what are you doing? I can't remember, it was like 2 days later. And she was like, what are you doing on that day? I said, nothing. So she went, what have you got to lose? So I went, all right, man. So I called her, Mrs. called the agent and was like, hi, can I have that audition? They went, all right, go. So I went in for this audition. There was 3 of us sat on the sofa. Casting director was here, Julia Crampsey, the director and the producer. They come out, she's pretending she's got a clipboard and she's like, look, so your superior officer has now been given a mission where his ex-girlfriend has been kidnapped. And he's been given the mission to go and retrieve her. Do you think this is the right mission for him? What would you say to him? Action. Before I could breathe, these 2 here next to me, bow, bow, bow. I'm sat there like this. This is dead. Whole reason why I didn't want to come here. And I thought, I have to say something. So I just looked up and went, sir, do you think this is the best mission for you? And he went, don't ask me questions. I went, nothing. These 2 are firing. I can hear the casting director basically saying, stop asking me questions. And I was like, what is going on in this room? So then, and I've stood up, and all I remember was Julia Crampsey looking at me, and she was saying, and I went, I thought, what the hell does that mean? So I walked out, and I remember I was in Starbucks in Reading with my friend Jamie.
Wait, Jamie Nino?
Yes,
Jamie, big up.
But bearing in mind, a week before this audition, Jamie came to my house and I said to him, bro, do you know what's mad? I've done every job now. I've done theatre, TV. I've never done a job where I travel. And I had this conversation with him. So we're in Reading in Starbucks. Boom, I get a phone call from my agent. They're like, hi, Sean. And I'm like, you're right. And they're like, great news. They want to offer you the role in Argyle. And I said, what do you mean offer? They're like, they want to offer you. I said, they want, on my life, I said, do they want a recall? And they're like, no, Sean, offer. I said, no, but they must want to recall. Because I'm thinking in my head, it's impossible
to do anything. Yeah.
So the next thing that she went, Sean, do you know what offer means? I said, okay. Yeah. So then she turned around and was like, you'll be filming in South Africa for 3 months. My head, I looked at my best friend and he could tell by my face. I remember looking at him and he went, you're going abroad. And I went,
manifested that.
Yeah, it was weird. So then turned up to the read through and I remember the casting director saying to me, I told you I'll get you in something. And I went, what? It was Wayne that works at BBC. So I've come in and I said, what? He came to see a play I did where I played a soldier. And I was a comedic soldier.
Okay.
And when I came off, he went, yeah, but like, I'm gonna get you in something, don't worry. And I was just like, you know what it's like, typical, come after
all the time,
all of this, or broken promises. I thought, whatever. And basically, after the audition, why he said I booked it was because I didn't say nothing. He said, because as the superior, don't ask questions. But then also the writer, Tony Grounds, I have to say a shout out to him because he changed my life. Basically said the reason why as well is because you're from East London and he loved West Ham. So it was just all, and he knew I was, and he found out I was from Forest Gate, and that was the whole reason why I got in Argyle.
That's what I said about auditions, bruv. It's like, you have no control, man. It could be any reason on why you booked it. Could be like, you might not booked it because you might them of the ex-boyfriend. It could be bruv, literally. To get it, so you should never let
themselves up over not getting a part. Like,
so we put in so much groundwork,
exactly
and
that.
It gets down to it, and sometimes I don't even see your tape.
Ever.
And it's like, we've just put in 2 days, 48 hours of solid reading, going, I need this, I need this, I need this. And you know how many times I've had a phone call from one of my lot going, bro, I got offered this role, and I'm like, I'm reading for it now.
Bro, oh my, I've had that. I'm like, I call my age, I'm like, I'm not even saying that. What's the point?
And then I turn around.
My friend has already got it.
Yeah.
Like,
so why are you making
why are you making me waste my time?
Disrespect,
But
bro.
the whole process is that in case they don't work or something happens, they've got backup. I'm like, listen,
pisses me off.
I'm not on a backup dancer vibe. Do you know what I mean? I'm not out here trying to two-step behind. Do you know what I mean?
Speaking of dancers,
my brother. Here we go, I knew something was coming.
Because you do backflips and everything that my bones and body can't do right now. And I've always wondered, when did that start, brother? Is it because your brother started dance?
So I used to watch Nick, and then he used to go gymnastics. So I just used to go with him.
Yeah.
And I watched this brother just flipping everywhere, and I'm like, nah, something ain't right here, because I can't even do I can't even cartwheel. We're from the same blood, so I have to know I got to prove myself. So I just practiced and practiced and practiced. And I remember one time I was on the park, and I just went, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Boom. Bust my whole ankle.
I've
Bust
done
my
that.
whole ankle.
My back was gone for like 6 months.
I was gonna say I landed it. I bust my whole ankle. And then from then, but I landed on my knees, and my knees pushed my elbows forward. So I thought I nearly snapped my elbows. So it put me off.
No, bro, like.
I went on tour as a hype man for a singer called Plan B.
Yeah. And, obviously I know Plan B. Come on, man.
Yeah, went on tour with him as a hype man. And I thought, you know, I want to bring something to it.
Yeah.
So I just practiced again, and then one time on stage during the show, I just did it. And then ever since then,
You just did it on stage?
Just did it on stage. That adrenaline just made me go.
About the ankle,
I didn't think about it. It was mad. It was like this one part in the song, I was like, I have to do it. So I'm standing there hype, and I remember him watching me, like, what the hell are you doing? I just went, so I'm looking at him, I just went, I did it, it was just like that. Like, look it, it was crazy. I would have been done. I would have, imagine that in front of how many people? Oh, it would have been mad.
That's on YouTube all now.
Yeah, it would have been done. Yeah, that would have been all over them tricks gone wrong. But so that's how the back.
That's amazing, bro. Cause we see you cutting them.
Trying to cut them shapes.
Just trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, cool. There's one game we play on this show, we called it And Cut the Bullshit. So it's kind of like, we ask you a question. It's an either or question, right? So if you don't answer it, or you just answer both of them, you take a shot, or you have a hot wing. And the hot wing's fucking hot. Yeah? So
it's hot. It's like 9 million chilies.
9 million chilies. Or you just do the shot. But we'll do the shot with you, so you're good.
But please don't make me do a shot, because...
Hold on, you can't call me on here and not be doing shots to me.
No, I will do a shot, but answer the question.
Just for that, you got to do 2 shots.
Wow.
Just for that, you got to back 2 shots.
I need to go toilet.
And it's on camera as well. You got to do 2 shots.
I'm going to start off light for you, though. Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society?
Boys in the Hood.
Beyonce or Kelly Rowland?
Beyonce.
Top Boy or Blue Story?
Blue Story.
I said that.
Argyle or Blue Story?
Argyle.
Top Man or Zara?
Top Man.
BBC or ITV?
Oh,
yeah.
ITV.
Ooh, all right. Eric Kofi or Cali Best?
Oh, you man. Oh. I'm gonna have to back a shot at that one still, because the man them are both hard. So here we go. Let's do this.
All right, Michael Ward or Kadeem Ramsey?
You man are doing
madness.
I'm not doing the man's them.
Lashana Lynch or Letitia Wright?
Letitia Wright.
Dwayne Boa or Cali Best?
Oh my days. You know, I'm gonna have to get a top up on this, man.
I'm done now.
Ah, God. Lord help me.
All right. Damson Idris or Daniel Kaluuya?
Damson Idris. Oh no, this is. You know what? They're like, I know Damson, so yeah, Damson. No, Daniel. This is. Nah, I'm gonna need the next thing in a minute. Oh.
Nicki Minaj or Little Mix?
Nicki Minaj. No, you man, yeah, is that what, all right, you got me straight down, you man.
Take the shot,
No,
brother.
you got that's what I'm back, the whole bottle.
Oh my God.
All right. Javon Wade or John Boyega?
Joe Van Wade.
Michael Salami or Sanchez Brown?
You man are doing that mad thing. Nah, I'm back in the shop, fam. You man are doing that.
I'm back with you, brother.
You better pour something.
Oh my God.
Lord. All right. Jessie Nelson or Michelle Keegan?
Oh my days. Yo. Wait, what's that? Jesse Nelson.
That's what Jessie. I love it.
Wait, what was that? Were we talking about what? Wifing it or?
Whatever you want to categorize.
Oh, I just set myself up there on the mud. No, that one, we got a strip.
Whatever you want it to be. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yo, all right, just to round up, yeah, what I would love to know, yeah, because I've had a few. Has there been any like regrets or any moments within the industry that you wished you could go back and redo within your career?
No.
And why?
I feel like every bad decision I've made has allowed me to then make a good decision in the future. It's like I've learned from it and gone, do you know what? I've had this thing recently where I'm like, I'm not regretting it.
Yeah.
It's like that was the decision I made at that time.
Yeah.
And that was the decision I thought was right.
Feel you.
Now my energy has changed in 4 years, 2 years, 3 years. At that time,
Yeah.
that was the decision for me that stood correct. So, yeah, I try not to do the whole regret thing because it's like, you just end up getting in this pool of what I could have done better. Where I could have been. And it's like, no, you're not.
That's
You're
it.
here. This is your life now. Enjoy it, embrace
Fully.
it, be present, and just focus on the next steps ahead.
Fully.
On that, my brother.
Let 'em
Appreciate
know,
you,
my
man. That was
G.
amazing. My brother.
Come on,
gang,
cheers, that
appreciate
girl,
you.
fam. Come on.
No, cheers as
There
well,
we
my
go,
brother.
man.
Gang,
There we
gang,
go.
gang. And cut. I don't need that.
You got it down that, bro. No, you said you got it down
No,
there.
I've had way too many.
You said you got it down that, fam.
I got things to do.
You got it down
You know
there,
what I'm
fam. You got it down that juice. You got it down that juice,
I
my
got
G.
shit to do today. I got self-tapes and shit. No, bless you, bro.
Nah,
Honestly,
family.
appreciate you, my
Blessings,
bro.
man. Nah, I
Smashed it,
appreciate
bro,
it, G.
honestly.
Appreciate it, G. man. You worked with Michelle on, yeah.
And then Michelle was in
Our Girls, yeah.
but she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's also a beautiful person.
Yeah.
And like I know her close. So it's like,
I was like, what can I get him?
because it's like me and Jessie, that's my ex.
Yeah. I was riding on the train. I was on the train today. I was like, how can I get him?
Was like, where the hot wings at?